So for this video, we're gonna make a basic, quick radial design with some transformations and a little bit of layer blends so you guys kind of get your feet wet with manipulating images. So first thing you need to do is open so go to File and Open. I already have mine open. Um, one of your pictures that you saved from Workfile or Pixabay. This is just some candy. I told you guys, like, the more detail and stuff going on in your pictures, the better, but you never know how these are gonna turn out until you get to the end. So um, it's kind of exciting that way. First thing we are going to do is we're going to only use half of the picture. So I'm on the move tool right now, and if I count down 1, 2, 3, 4 from the move tool, this is your crop tool. So you can either move it from the left side or the right side from these little middle bars. So I'm going to move it to roughly about halfway. Make sure delete cropped pixels is checked because we want to get rid of them, not hide them. And then click the check mark or hit enter. So first, get off of the crop tool as soon as you don't need it anymore because it's really easy to make some silly mistakes if you stay on that. So this is like my home base with the move tool. All right, so this is our starting image now. What we want to do is we want to essentially make 4 copies. So we want to like boom, 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 and have them flipped horizontally and vertically. I'm going to show you some shortcuts to save some time. So we want the same thing moved over here. So first of all, we're going to take this and we're going to make a copy of it. If you have that little cheat sheet, you will see Control J is a quick way to duplicate a layer or make a copy, same thing, or you can drag it over the new layer icon. There's several ways to accomplish the same thing in Photoshop, so whichever way you find and you're comfortable with and you can remember, go with it. So we have one copy sitting on top of our original now, and we want to add extra space over here. So come up to Image and go to Canvas Size. So remember, when we talk about canvas, it's like that white space we're working on. And you guys probably know this about me already, is that I don't like doing math. So anything to get out of math, I do. So change inches to percent. And we want the width to be twice as much, so change it to 200. Uncheck relative. Make sure this box is empty. And then right now, what Photoshop would do would be to evenly distribute the empty space, the white space, and we don't want that. We only want it to the right. So you click the middle left arrow, and it'll force all of that space to the right. And then click OK. So hang on, let me step back. Having my background black right now, so I'm going to do Control Alt Z, I'm on a Mac, so Command Alt Z. I'm going to change this I just hit D on the keyboard, and that's the default. So now my background is going to be white. That will mess me up a little bit, so sorry. This is like my 3rd take of this, so I'm just rolling with it. So again, Image, Canvas Size, change inches to percent. The width is at 200. Nothing is, the relative is not checked, and we want to force it to the right side, so click the middle left arrow. All right, so we want to move it over. I have the move tool already. If I hold the shift key, it only lets me move it in like a very few directions, and that makes it easier. So hold the shift key, slide it over, and it'll kind of snap into place. We're almost there. We need to flip this vertically. So this is where transform is, under edit and transform. We will use these quite often, so get used to where this is. Edit, transform, and we want to flip horizontal. You'll see it's like a mirror image. Now, we could do it the long way where we make another copy and put it down here and another copy and put it down here, but let's just put these onto one layer and save ourselves some time. So if you go up to layer and you can merge down or merge visible. I'm going to just click merge down so you can see both of those are now on one layer. And we want to move them under and flip them vertically. So let's make a copy, Control J, or drag it down to the new layer icon. So now I have two, like one sitting on top of each other. We're going to add more space underneath. Image, canvas size again, inches to percent, and this time the height is twice as much, 200. I want to force it all to the bottom, so I'm going to click the top middle arrow, and all of my white space is going to go to the bottom. And click OK. So yours is probably running off the screen like mine. If you come up to View and Fit on Screen, and you can see, like, if you want to learn the shortcuts for anything that you're finding yourself using a lot, it has it right next to it. So Fit on Screen, now I can see everything. Hold the Shift key and drag it down till it kind of snaps into place. And then transforms again. Under Edit, then Transform, and then flip vertical. So now it's a mirror image left to right, top to bottom. What we're going to do is we want to leave these two layers as they are, but we will also want to make a third layer with them combined on it. So if you hold down the Alt key, you need to come up to layer and you need to hold the click. Click on it and hold it, or else if you don't hold it, it will not allow you to, it'll just keep clicking like that. So click, hold it, and then merge visible. And you'll see what happened. I kept my original two, which you need to make sure you have your original two. If all of them went up and you only have one layer in your layer palette, you need to step backwards, Control Alt Z, step backwards, hold the Alt key, layer, and merge visible. So now I have these combined onto its own layer. So we're going to go to Edit and Transform one more time. And this time we're going to rotate the top layer 90 degrees clockwise. So you'll see I have it's a little odd looking, but if I crop out all of this, it'll be a square no matter what you started with. So you already learned the crop tool. There's another way to crop. If I want to pick this image, or this section, which you can see my like resize bars are around. If you hold down the Control key and sorry, I had to hit Command instead of Control. Hold down the Control key, and then you see how I have like a finger with the like little dotted line? That's going to make a selection. You want to click on the actual thumbnail. So you can see my marching ants are around just this part. And if I come up to Image and Crop, Image and Crop, then it gets rid of everything but what I had on top there. So Control D to deselect and get rid of your marching ants. And this is the last step before you guys do this on your own a couple times. If you come up to, so this is your layers palette, remember? Right now, normal, that means that it's top-down order. So this top layer is hiding both of these. They're still there, it's just you can't see it because this is the layer blend. It's just normal that's all you can see. But if you click this drop down, there's a whole bunch of different ways that Photoshop will blend all of these three layers. So then you'll start to see the bottom ones shine through in different ways. So you can either use this drop down, or there's a quick way. Just press the Escape key once, hold the Shift key. And then if you use the plus key, you can scroll through and see all of them really quickly. So they all will do different blends and have different effects. So scroll through, find one that you like, and let's see, I kind of like this one. Difference. So difference, what Photoshop does is it literally like picks up the difference between these three layers and kind of like highlights that. So find one that you like. You're going to save this as a JPEG, and you're going to turn in 3 of these into the Dropbox. So have fun with your transformations and layer blends. If you need written directions, I will have those as well.